this week on the Bubble Chat.
Okay, so and he performing is a big controversy about him performing. Did he take his titty out like Janet did?
And what makes it worse is seeing how greedy this government has become, not just during the shutdowns, but in general. Like this administration, it has, like so many before it, has allowed things to get to a point where families are struggling to put food on the table, clothes on their backs, all while still keeping a roof over their head.
Social media, because this is where it came from. Social media has become such an exploitive and intrusive element in all of our lives.
Yes. I did start to watch The Perfect Couple, and I was like, oh, this is another situation where a black family gets killed by a white woman through the gate because she, quote unquote, felt intimidated. But you guys been going back and forth, calling the cops on each other, noise complaints, like you were saying. Like, that was both going on. So what if the black family felt intimidated too, and we would have shot Susie through the gate?
I am totally in agreement with her dating him. These R&B rap divas fucking with these NBA players. Sierra, Tamia was the first one. Tamia Bad Grant Hill way back. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Bubble Chat. We hope you all had a wonderful, safe Halloween full of good vibes, fun costumes, and maybe a little bit too much candy. Now, as we step into November, as Thanksgiving gobble gobble is around the corner, but it's that strange time where pumpkins are still sitting on the porch, and Mariah Carey told Jason Voorhees, Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, and Michael Myers, as Angela Bassett said and Waiting to Exhale when she was lighting that motherfucking car on fire, get your shit, and get out. As the Christmas lights are already sticking their way into stores, it's that funny in-between season where fall is still hanging on, but winter's already knocking at the door. Since Tracy's out this week, we have a guest co-host, Canary.
Hi, guys.
And she'll be stepping in and popping bubbles with us this episode.
For those of you who are still processing the end of October, but I'm brightening up your spirits a little bit, okay? Because trust me, we're getting ready for post-Halloween mood. It's real. Just because the calendar says November doesn't mean we pack away the spooky spirits, not just yet. Around here, we believe that the energy of spooky seasons can live all year long, whether that means a cozy horror movie night, mystery podcast, or just embracing that dark, elastic, and secret love.
If you're new here, of course, welcome to the Bubble Chat. This is the space where we unwind, dive into trending stories, pop culture, and a bit of real talk. Whether you're tuning in during your morning commute, chilling at home, or catching up later, we're glad you're here. Our goal is to keep it real, keep it fun, and always keep it 100. Like chatting with friends who just get it, you know.
Now, as we roll into November, we've got a lot lined up, from news that's been stirring up from the internet to feel-good stories that remind us there's still good out there. Plus, we might just drop a few new surprises along the way. So grab your coffee, get your tea, or whatever keep you cozy right now, because today's episode is going to set the tone for an amazing month ahead. All right, now let's get into it. November here, the vibes are right, and the Bubble Chat is back in full screen, so let's pop right into it. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I see my cousin is here. Hi, cousin.
Hey, cousin.
How you doing?
So look, all right.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. All right, everyone, let's kick things off with one of the biggest headlines of the week. The NFL officially named Bad Bunny as a Super Bowl. What's the number?
I don't know. It's just
LX. I know X means 10. I don't know what L means. Halftime Super Bowl performer. Now, if you like it or not, yep, you heard that right. Roger Goodell himself defended the decision, saying the choice was carefully thought through. He acknowledged that no matter who they pick, there's always going to be some controversy. But this one definitely stirred up the internet. Bad Bunny is one of the most streamed artists in the world right now. His influence crosses languages, culture, and genres. From sold out stadiums to record breaking streaming numbers, he's a global force. But at the same time, some fans feel like the NFL is drifting too far from what they call traditional halftime territory. You've got people debating whether this move is about embracing a new generation of fans or just chasing numbers and attention. So I want to open this up to you both. What do you think about the NFL's decision to go with Bad Bunny? Do you think that this is a smart and forward thinking move that reflects where music is now? Or could it backfire with some more or could it backfire from more of the traditional fans who might not connect with his style or his background?
All right. I'm just gonna say it. Bad Bunny is performing at this year's Super Bowl. Next year's Super Bowl, excuse me. And that's fucking final. The NFL made their choice. Roger Goodell stood by it, and it's happening whether people like it or not. And I said it before, and I'm saying it again. If y'all don't like it performing at the Super Bowl, then just don't watch it. It's really that simple. Change the channel. Go make a
Mhm.
snack. Watch something else. There's no need to turn this into a whole movement or tantrum on social media because here's the truth. Starting petitions, ranting online, or coming up with your own fantasy half-line lineup isn't going to make the NFL change their mind. They chose Bad Bunny for a reason. He's one of the biggest artists in the world right now, with global reach and a fan base that stretches for beyond the US. Because at the end of the day, not every performance is going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. But it's 2025, soon to be 2026. Music is evolving, the world is evolving, and so is the Super Bowl stage. So whether you're tuning in for the game, the commercials, or the performance, do what makes you happy. But as for Bad Bunny, he's booked, he's confirmed, he's performing. Not up for debate.
What you think, Canary?
Again, I don't know who the hell Bad Bunny is. Why don't I never know who these people are? I'm
He's a
gonna look it up though.
he's a filthy rabbit.
Oh, he's a filthy rabbit. Okay, so and he performing is a big controversy about him performing. Did he take his titty out like Janet did? I
No,
mean,
no, no,
what?
no, wait. So Bad Bunny is he's a Spanish artist, and most of his music is
Oh,
in full Spanish. He doesn't do a lot of English. We
got it.
You know his music when you hear it. You just don't know that it's Bad Bunny. You've heard
Got,
his music before.
got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got
I
it.
think that's the big part is that he's not just a Latino or Latin artist. He
Mhm.
doesn't speak in English. The music, the lyrics themselves.
Okay, well, like he said, just watch something else. If you don't understand what the hell he's saying, move around because clearly he's big to somebody. He doing the tango, and we can do the tango with him. Just shimmy,
Yes,
shimmy, shimmy.
yes.
Just shimmy a little bit. I mean, stop hating on the man. If we don't understand it, take a Spanish class. Hello? Well, I don't know. That's crazy. So yeah, but that's what I think.
What you think, Adonis?
I don't want to crisscross events and things like that, but that's why we ended up having that. And I'm sorry to say it was sorry. But I say it's sorry because it could have been on a platform. But that versus that was between Cash Money and No Limit.
And Tamar wiping off Birdman head. Okay.
So the way that Jay-Z shat on Cash Money when he did it in New Orleans, and then he had
What did he do?
Lamar.
Hey, what did he do?
He shat. He shat on Cash Money or Louisiana as an entire state and let Kendrick Lamar do what he did. That let us know where the numbers really stood. This year,
Oh my God.
mhm,
Oh.
this year, I really don't know why they chose Bad Bunny. I'm not unsure as to why, but I don't want to know who he gonna have on there with him. He's not gonna do it by himself. Is it gonna be who's gonna be an opener? Who's gonna do his feature? Like I'm thinking, is Cardi B gonna be there?
That would be nice.
Somebody with English.
And
hmm
Selena Gomez, she could,
Mm. Jennifer Lopez.
Ariana Grande. You know,
Somebody Mexican.
yeah, even Ricky Martin, old ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hmm
I would assume that they're going to bring a mini collage of artists together with him.
Mm.
And I think that they're going to keep that on the mom, and then we all going to be excited. And we talking about that pussy Dominicana, that pussy
Mm.
Americana.
Dominicani.
hmm
I'm screaming.
I think that's what's going to happen. So let's just hope that Bad Bunny shats on the whole goddamn situation.
Period.
hmm
So, I mean, I ain't trying to move on, but I'm about to move on. What y'all think?
Let's go.
Okay, let's talk about the SNAP benefits for a minute. Okay, so everybody, all right, everybody, let's talk about a serious concern of the development of our country entire. The supply of the national SNAP program, the food lifeline for millions, is now facing real danger because of the continuing federal government shutdown. The United States Department of the Agriculture has made it clear that in October benefits were covered, but if something doesn't change by November, that funds will run out and may be stopped. The number of the struggling, approximately 40 million people, that's about 1 in 8 Americans that rely on SNAP every month to put food on the table. The problem is that the SNAP is funded through, what is that word?
Appropriations.
Appropriations of the Congress needing to be approved without guaranteed full benefits. States are already sending out alarms. Some of us has been told by the USDA to hold off submitting data to load EBT cards for November because there is not it hasn't been a clearing for fund lineup. They placing like Michael, sorry, a placing like Michigan and exempt from warning SNAP benefits to use or maybe delayed, pushback, shutdown goes on to bring some of the big questions. What happens to families who depend on it right now? What should states do when the federal government isn't guaranteed? Ooh, I made a video about it. I'm gonna just say, stop crying about the food stamps. Yes, I'm upset about it, but whoop de doo, because we already know it's gone. What can we do? I feel bad for the kids. I mean, it's a lot of restaurants that I was looking online that is going to be helping the kids. So hopefully that will help, and hopefully this will be just for this month, so we can get it. I think they just trying to. So Trump, what I feel like he's trying to do is have Americans stop leaning so much on welfare and SSI and food stamps and all that stuff. But is it right to just snatch the food stamps from all these kids? No, I don't. It's a lot of kids that's going to be affected. So food banks, um, food banks. I'm old school. Get in that kitchen and throw something together. Whatever y'all got. Mama used to know how to do it. She used to get in the kitchen. She used to make a meal, and we didn't have a meal. So it's gonna go back to those times. It is gonna cause a problem in the outside though. They're gonna go up. They already looting. They already robbing 7-Eleven. I'm on TikTok. They doing all type of stuff already. So he's gonna make it worse before he makes it better because he just snatched it. So people depend on this, and people that do not work and really don't have a other source to get food. That's what we need to be talking about. Like it's not gonna be good.
I
What
mean,
y'all
I'm
think?
gonna be honest for a second. This SNAP situation hits close to home because I'm a SNAP recipient myself.
So am I.
Been weighing on me lately. There have been times where I even sat and asked myself how and if I'm going to afford groceries in the next few months. Especially now that we're heading into the holidays, a time that's supposed to be about giving, gratitude, and togetherness. And holidays like these are something people take for granted. But for a lot of us, they're a reminder of how hard it's gotten just to get by. And what makes it worse is seeing how greedy this government has become, not just during the shutdowns, but in general. Like this administration, it has, like so many before it, has allowed things to get to a point where families are struggling to put food on the table, clothes on their backs, all while still keeping a roof over their heads. And I was receiving SNAP benefits even back when I was in college, and I could tell you, it made a difference. I was just trying to survive like any other student, juggling tuition, housing, and food costs that seemed to rise every single semester. But let me tell you what really gets under my skin are the people online and in power who just had the audacity to make them either insensitive, tone deaf comments like "just get a job" or "work more hours" or "we're tired of giving it for free." Like, do they even hear themselves? Do they realize how goddamn disconnected they sound from
Mhm.
reality?
Mhm.
Because being a SNAP recipient doesn't make someone lazy. It doesn't mean they don't work hard. It means they're doing what they have to do to survive in the system that's made it nearly impossible for the average person to live comfortably. And even if I wasn't a SNAP recipient, and even if I was still getting food from the job that I had as a social media manager, I'd still feel the same way. People who judge others for needing help clearly don't understand what it's like to struggle. They don't even know how it feels to stretch every dollar to decide between groceries or bills, or to have your worth questioned because you need assistance. Until they live their reality, they have no right to shame anyone who's doing their best to get by. Period.
This is making me think of COVID in a manner of speaking, where we were all on lockdown, no one couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't work, and then they came up with the stimulus checks and everything was happening, everyone was good, this and the third. It's a little bit different. Well, it hits the same, but it's just a little bit different. The only reason is because we are on the crux or the cross lines of the holiday season. And let me let you look. Let me look. This is what the people saying. Will be provided through October 2025, but November benefits will be delayed due to the federal government shutdown. Go to cdss.ca.gov. I say that to say, I hope that if they don't release the full amount of benefits, I would adore if the government would just give like $150 so people could have holiday meals. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a big thing. Aside from, like you said, nephew, trying to have a house over your head, a roof over your head, having clothes over your back. You know what I'm saying? Like when we do pay our rent and we do get past those bills, those meals are really essential, and those meals are the cornerstones of like family, like quality time. Like, yeah, we may not like that we had to put hot dogs in our noodles this night, but we're gonna talk shit about these hot dogs and we're gonna eat these motherfucking noodles together. And so, for the holidays, um, everyone isn't the best cook. Everyone cannot host, but we know where we going and we know who gonna have a little bit of food for the holidays. And that is a big question mark right now with the SNAP program being in limbo or in question. I did hear someone talk about it on, I want to say MSNBC or CNN, where they were saying that there is like a backup account in the government that has it. You know what I'm saying? Like it just has to be has to be activated or pushed approved, and they'll relinquish money to help with the funds. But as I said, I hope that they come with some type of resolution and answer by or before the week of Thanksgiving, because people need to come together and eat. It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, not the most thirsty, starving time of the year. Especially by no man the color of orange that lives in a house the color of white rice. But I'll end this by saying our hearts truly go out to everyone who's affected by this situation, not just those impacted by the SNAP uncertainty, but those who are struggling to make ends meet right now. We know times are tough and no one should ever have to choose between paying bills or putting food on the table. We want you to know that you are not alone in this. Down below, we're going to link some food resources and assistance programs and local food banks for anyone who might need a little extra help during this time. So please do not hesitate to check them out and share them with someone who may need them. We are all in this together, and sometimes getting through tough times just means reaching out, leaning on community, and remembering that help is out there. Okay? Let's get on to the fuckery with the bullshit. Now, here's another story that's got everyone talking. A video recently went viral showing a man who snuck into Glorilla's dressing room, filmed himself walking in, grabbed food, a slice of watermelon, and a chicken wing, and jokingly captioned it, "I really went in the lady dressing room and ate her food. She gon' get me, LMAO." When the clip surfaced on Instagram via the neighborhood talk, the reaction was swift and loud. One user wrote, "Disgusting behavior, nothing funny about this." Another added, "He could have poisoned her. What the fuck is security doing?" What makes this especially troubling is not just the prank aspect of it, but the breach of personal and professional boundaries. A dressing room isn't just a backstage area, it's a space where artists is preparing, vulnerable, focused, and someone is simply walking in, filming, taking food. It's an intrusion. So, co-host, I want to throw this to you. What do you guys make of the camera chicken and watermelon man?
Wow. Where the hell was security? That's like we're performers, okay?
He was going to security chicken and a watermelon. Security can leave a post.
Yes, but you're not supposed to be leaving your post while. What if she would have been back there? Like, I'm confused. Look. What? Okay, us being performers, let's think about it as us. Us being performers, and if he was trying to get him a chicken and a little watermelon, I ain't too mad about that if you was just hungry, but you filming it for shits and giggles. So you was trying to show that you was in Gorilla's room.
Space and area, uh-huh.
That was more for clout. That wasn't because you was just getting
Right.
food. So that's what I think that's a bullshit move. And I mean, I probably would have did it too, knowing me though. But I wouldn't have. I would have waited around for Gorilla because that's who really needs to be on the scene, not the watermelon and the chicken. If I'm gonna sneak in the goddamn dressing room, I might as well stay until Gorilla come.
That's right.
I don't know. That people are crazy.
Damn Friday.
How the hell did he get back there though? Is another question.
Exactly.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That's a little ticky.
This is the thing. Social media, because this is where it came from. Social media has become such an exploitive and intrusive element in all of our lives.
Yes.
It's really, really sad that. Do you guys remember the young lady that was going live driving and she was in a car accident and died and everything and all that kind of good stuff? You know, it's like people are getting shot, people are getting hurt, and the first thing a motherfucker will do is pull out their goddamn camera phone. They won't call 911. They won't call on the Lord. They are calling on straight Twitter, Instagram, the Snap, the TikTokery, and the motherfucking book up the face. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't take away any of that because sometimes when people go live, you know, this is the thing. Depending on the situation, when the spectators come out and like from a different angle, if you was across the street, I'm right in front, and nephew is behind it, we all have videos showing what we're witnessing. That's a little bit different. But people who are in the accident, who are being hurt, whatever the situation is, when they pull out the camera, I remember there was a video. It looked like these girls doing this girl scandalous. They wouldn't let her in the car, and she was holding on to the side of the car. Now, some people behind the car, they done got on the freeway ramp. Baby, she got the best $29.99 out the motherfucking boots because since she is holding on, like this like a movie, she's holding on. They are on the freeway. When they stopped the car, and the car behind that had been following was filming, as soon as they pulled up to the girl, This bitch was on the phone with some nigga named Man, and then she's like, Man, they just dragged me and scraped me off the freeway. And you know what Man said? Call me back. I'm gonna call you back. And that bitch is like, okay, I'm gonna call you back. In the midst of being dragged off the side of the freeway the first thing she did was call somebody named Man who gave two fucks about her. And the other sad part about it is when she ran up to the car that was following the whole situation, they look, can I tell you they rolled the window down like this on her? And was like, what you want?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not what you want.
throw the phone and the camera away. Throw the phone and the camera away.
I'm, I'm
It
screaming.
is so obvious, like you were saying, Canary, that this guy did it for likes and clout. There's no
Yes,
explanation. Like,
yes.
you don't film yourself sneaking into someone's private dressing room, eating their food, and posing it unless you're chasing attention. And honestly, that's sad. The fact that people will go this far to just get a few clicks or views says a lot about where social media is right now. But here's the thing that really gets me. Where was security? Like, how does someone just scroll into Glorilla's dressing room on camera and nobody steps in? If
Right.
I can be honest, security should have reacted immediately. That's their entire job, to protect the artists and make sure situations like this don't happen. It's not just embarrassing, it's dangerous. And let's talk about the and let's talk about the fact that this man was eating her food with his bare hands.
Man,
First of all,
I mean,
are his hands even
chicken and water. Put your hand.
real quick? Sorry, Adonis. Um, was his hands even sanitary? Did he wash his hands with soap and water? Like, that's beyond disrespectful and fucking nasty. You're not only crossing personal boundaries, but you're literally touching and eating someone else's food like it's a joke. And then he says, "Gorilla, go get me." Oh, he's lucky she wasn't even there. Because if she had walked in, it would have gone 0 to 100 real quick. She doesn't
right. And
play
he
like
probably
that.
would have went to
Bottom
jail.
line, this was real quick. Sorry, Canary, this wasn't funny. It wasn't even clever. It was just straight up unprofessional. Artists shouldn't
Mhm.
like have to deal with this kind of nonsense, especially when they're working. Hopefully, venues start taking things like this more seriously, because if it was people think because if this is what people count as content now, we're heading in the wrong fucking direction.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
He probably would have went to jail if Gorilla was in there. Because now it's like you're trespassing in her personal space. Like it was just so many things. Was his hands clean? Did he do anything else to the food? We don't know. Because you had the audacity to record yourself while you're eating and doing it for shits and giggles. So we don't know if you was trying to be malice and did something extra. What if she gets sick from you touching her food or
Exactly.
anything? Anything. It's
how
just so many things
else
that he did that
are
for clout.
chicken now, how else are we supposed to eat chicken and watermelon?
I understand, but you ain't even supposed to be back there. So you done just contaminated the whole room. She don't know you.
At all.
And then did she eat it? What if she went back there and ate that chicken too right after he touched it? And I'm pretty sure she did because she didn't even see the post probably till later.
Mm, mm, mm.
So now she done ate chicken and watermelon from the same hands of a stranger who done touched all over her stuff. We don't know if he licked the chicken. He could have been doing hella shit backstage.
And
Clearly, he had
I
enough
know,
time because there was no security.
and I'm positive she don't know who fried that chicken and who chopped that watermelon up by name.
I know she don't, but they probably know that it was catered or something.
True, true.
She know the establishment at least.
Well, this is what I will say.
I'm mad as hell. I didn't get no watermelon and chicken either, though. I wouldn't have posted it though, because you going to jail.
A situation like this, as questionable and as possibly dangerous as it could be, let's give it up to Glorilla for her motherfucking fans, because they out there acting like monkeys in the trees for her little ass. Okay, how about that? Let's give it up for Glow.
Go Glorilla, go Glorilla. That's
Mhm.
funny. Oh wow.
If that's from Memphis, what you know about me? Big GLO. I need to.
Hey,
Come on.
hey,
Hey, what's next on the docket, nephew? You acting bad.
hey.
Alrighty. Well, the next one I wanted to talk about. The next one I want to talk about is this new documentary on Netflix that was released a few weeks ago called "The Perfect Neighbor." It digs
Ooh.
into a tragic 2023 case in Ocala, I hope I said that right, Florida, where the shooting death of Ajaki AJ Owens. a 35-year-old mother of four, by her neighbor, Susan Lawrence. The film uses body cam footage, 911 calls, surveillance, and investigative interviews to let us see how things escalated over time. The trouble started
Oh.
with conflicts over what seemed like small neighborhood disputes. Children playing in grassy areas near both homes, neighborhood noises, complaints filed back and forth. Over
Mm-hmm.
months, the hostility grew. Then, one night in June 2023, AJ reportedly walked to Lawrence's store after one of those disputes, and moments later, Lawrence shot her through a locked door. Lawrence
Mm-hmm.
claimed self-defense under Florida standard ground law, saying she feared for her life. But the documentary and many critics present evidence and perspectives that suggested her reaction was just not justifiable. It basically
Justifiable.
talks at us. It lets the raw footage speak. You watch Graylin's silence, the interrogations, the 911 calls, and the grief of AJ's family. So here's what I want to hear from you both. What stood out to you the most in this documentary, if you've watched it, and do you believe that the way The Perfect Neighbor tells the story shifts how many people will see Sandra ground laws going forward?
Okay, so I did start to watch that. I'm sorry, Dennis. I did start to watch
Uh-huh.
The Perfect Couple, and I was like, oh, this is another situation where a black family gets killed by a white woman through the gate because she, quote unquote, felt intimidated. But you guys been going back and forth, calling the cops on each other, noise complaints, like you were saying. Like that was both going on. So what if the black family felt intimidated too, and we would have shot Susie through the gate? It would have went a whole different way. And so now they're trying to say that basically, like, are they trying to say AJ was wrong for going up to approach the lady because she tired of getting all these calls on her and y'all messing with her kids and all of that stuff, and then you shoot me through the gate, and now I'm gone from my kids, I'm gone from my family because I'm just trying to come over here as a neighbor once again and tell you that I'm sick of you doing this to me.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think we downplay it too much because it happens to us all the time where it'll be somebody of another race.
Yeah, we become immune to it.
Yes, it's like, oh, okay, they killed Dominique tonight. You another black woman. Okay. You know what I mean? It becomes regular and normal, and then we go march for them. But then it's crazy because it be the same white people that'll come march for the black people that just got killed. So it's like, damn, then you'll see more of the white people out marching than our own people. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like when they killed Floyd, they killed Oscar, they killed all these other people. Like it was a lot of white people out there going
Yeah.
against, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So
Woman. Oh. Speaking of, remember the cop that shot that woman in her kitchen when he
From
was
the
yes,
Massey?
Sandra,
Yeah, I remember that
Sandra.
video.
because he was guilty. He was found guilty.
Very good, very good.
Found guilty.
Because first of all, you knew that that lady had clear mental issues. Sorry, because she did. You could tell she wasn't. She said, "I'm putting my hands up. Let me turn
Yeah.
the water off." I remember that.
He went, uh-huh,
It
uh-huh,
was all on body cam.
uh-huh.
So I think they need to be using more body cams because they is starting to make these people get paid for what they're doing on camera.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
so sad that we got to keep losing people, and now you guys are making documentaries about it. But AJ is not here to even tell her side of the story.
So they sensationalize and make things salacious with the headlines and what they choose to share about the story. Now I remember the story. I remember that. I remember how they
Me
said that old
too.
white lady went over there and blasted that bitch through her door, and she had been doing like going back and forth and all this, neighborly stuff. This is the scenario I think where this is where like Dennis the Menace and having a motherfucker like Steve Urkel go
Mm-hmm.
wrong, wrong, wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember Home Improvement?
Yeah, I used to love that show.
Remember he used to talk to his neighbor over the fence
Over the fence
all the
all the time.
time?
Yes.
All the time. I would
Yes.
love for us to go back to a day or a time in a space where our neighbor, whose house we never went into, was like a straight support system to us. You see what
Yes.
I'm saying? No matter how crazy and reckless he was fucking up his house with his kids, that man was always there to have a sensible, nice conversation.
You know, let's take it even farther. Remember when we was coming up and the whole neighborhood would come together, and if you got in trouble by your mama, you got in trouble by the neighbors too. They
Yeah,
was
well,
protecting the children of the community.
because we're a community, right? And here's another thing. I'm gonna really fuck y'all up with this one. Do y'all remember the Pee Wee Herman show?
Yes.
Remember,
Yes.
remember the little cow bitch who come next door and talk to him through the door? She could never come in his house. She was a cow. Remember that?
Ooh, now you showing my real age.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is what I'm saying, or Boomerang.
Boomerang.
AKA Tisha Campbell had dated Marcus, AKA Eddie Murphy, and she was a straight up hater. But you know what she never did? She never crossed that motherfucking property line. She
Yes.
talked a gang of shit, did some embarrassing things, but she never crossed the line. And I say property line to symbolize the line of respect, behavioral, morals, and conduct. You see what I'm saying? Like there was things that she did not do. She said a lot of shit, but she didn't do anything. And she just told the truth, and I know that, we may look at this a little bit different and you may not find a parallel in it, but what I'm saying is there are times where your neighbor, friend or foe, it was not a fatality.
I want them to stop making it like it's self-defense though, because I'm coming over here to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Don't make it, don't shoot me and then say
Because we like this and don't look like this. That's because you like this.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I
That's
recently had
weird. Everybody wants to say it's self-defense because you came onto their property. Okay, but I could have been just literally coming over here once again to have a conversation like I've had with you a million times. You didn't shoot me before.
And that's the thing. The black woman, she if she had a gun, should have had a right to blast that woman. But that's the thing. You went onto her porch.
Right.
Through the door.
Right.
Through the door.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. How did you feel self-threatened if it was through the door? She couldn't get through that door. It was locked. So you didn't have to shoot her.
Baby.
You could have slammed you didn't even have to answer your door. You could have been just not even answering your door if we're going to really talk about it. You didn't have to answer your door. And when she came up, you could have answered your door and not even shot her through the screen or whatever you could have did. It didn't have to get shot. You didn't have to shoot her.
I used to live in some apartments called the Carters behind Castlemont High School in deep East Oakland.
Okay.
And across the courtyard, my identical apartment across the courtyard, somebody tried to blast that bitch through the screen door.
Wow.
I saw her, unfortunately, at the mailbox about a few days later, and I said, girl, either your pussy is platinum plus or either it's trash.
Wow.
The next story. Don't shoot nobody through the door. Don't shoot nobody through the door.
I'm screaming.
I recently had to...
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that I had the chance to watch that documentary on Netflix, and there was one scene that stuck with me ever since. It was the moment where one of AJ's husbands, I mean, not one of, it was that moment where AJ's ex-husband, from what I gathered, had to tell their kids that their mother didn't make it.
Yes.
I couldn't even fathom.
Did you cry?
I did.
Okay.
Yes. I can't even fathom, because I can't fathom what went through their minds at that moment. They were just little kids, far too young to lose their mom. Now they'll have to grow up without her seeing them move through life from elementary.
And that little boy felt like it was his fault.
Because the lady was fucking with him.
Yeah, the little boy, because he said, I wouldn't have told my mom. Had I wouldn't go tell my mom would still be here. So he felt like it's his fault. That's a lot for a kid to carry on their shoulders.
Right. I haven't watched it, but I spoke with the security guard, and he was an armed security guard. Like, he had a gun, and I'm not saying because he had a gun, he was a tough guy, but no, he's like a real nice guy. And like he did not look like the type that was gonna cry in the movie. And he was like, he broke him down. He couldn't finish watching it.
Guys, I have to use the bathroom, okay? So can y'all continue? I can use the bathroom.
All right. What I was trying to say is,
your hands.
And they'll have to grow up for the rest of their life without her mother, because it'll never get to see them move from elementary through high school, through college and beyond. She'll never get to see them married or hold her grandchildren. And that's something no child should ever have to live with. Because what
Yeah.
frustrated me most was watching how often Susan called 911 over and over again, complaining about the neighborhood kids, especially AJ's children. She even surrounded her home with no trespassing signs. Things spiraled when she allegedly took one of the tablets, denied it, and
Yes,
started using
yes.
racial
Uh,
slurs
uh,
from what the documentary showed. AJ went to her door to confront her, and that's where when Susan got shot through the locked door, ending her life. And of course, my heart goes out to AJ's children, and I just hope they continue to find healing and that God gives them strength and peace. And as for Susan, she got exactly what she deserved. Honestly, she should have faced life in prison, but from what I understand, 25 years was the most the court could give. And even though no sentence will ever bring AJ back or take away her family's pain, the fact remains Susan took the life of a mother, a
yeah,
friend,
a
and
wife.
a daughter,
Uh-huh.
and AJ can finally rest peacefully, and Susan is facing the consequences of her own actions. Like the saying goes, she made her bed, now she has to lay in it.
Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. So, we're gonna pray for justice and more prayers up to those kids and that and the family of AJ. As we were just saying that I would hope, as I'm saying, I would hope that in that neighborhood that the families and the members of that community will rally around and support the family and those kids and let them know that they are loved and let them be given some influence and some doting on, like no one can ever replace your mother or your father, but no one can replace like genuine love given out either.
Yeah.
And narrate.
I'm coming.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
I had to wash my hands. Uh,
Very, very good.
okay. Yeah, I heard you guys. Yes, I'm RIP to the family for sure. But let's talk about it. Hold on one second.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, guys. So we're talking about Megan Thee Stallion now.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. Right. Okay. So let's talk about the buzz about the Lover Girl new single from Megan Thee Stallion. According to the article, it leaked the track was genuinely her relationship with NBA Klay Thompson, who she'd been publicly dating
Mhm.
since July. What was caught to my attention that the samples of the 1996 R&B classic "Kissing You" by Toto.
Oh,
Hey, that was my song.
making
Is a throwback vibe blending what? I can't see that. Nonchalant with contemporary heat by her.
nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Well, okay. Nostalgia by her lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Megan has opened up about finding someone who truly handles her, not just tolerates her. Okay, Megan. Her lines like shit, just be easy when you find somebody on your level, showing that you recognize value, respect, love, and relationship. She also flipped the scripts. There are many mites where many might settle for less. Megan says her man calls her my lady, not my bitch, and that makes her feel the biggest. Fans were a part of her hints of suggesting to see the future here. What do you both think about the direction Megan is going with right now in this chapter of her life?
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, as long as Megan and Claire are happy, that's really all that matters. People can say what they want online, analyze lyrics, or speculate how serious it is. But at the end of the day, happiness and peace are priceless. Megan's been through a lot these past few years, from losing her mom, who was not only her biggest supporter, but also her manager. to everything
Mm-hmm.
that went down with the Tory Lane situation, which played out publicly and painfully. That kind of trauma just doesn't go away overnight. So
She
she's finally
definitely.
at peace where she feels loved, respected, and that peace. Then I'm rooting for her. She deserves all. She deserves to have someone who brings her
Mm,
joy without drama attached to it. And you can tell through Lover Girl that she's generally in the softer and happier space, not having to prove anything and not having to clear name for a motherfucking thing. Just being able to live and love freely. Megan
yeah.
has earned her peace. Megan has earned her right to that peace, and been through. She's been strong through loss, through public scrutiny, and through moments that would have broken a lot of people. So if Clay's bringing positivity into her life, and they're both good, that's what's important. I say let them live, let them love, and let her enjoy this character without the noise.
The
I want to
stallion
say, go ahead.
got shot by the Shetland pony. The stallion that was shot by the Shetland pony. But this is what I have to say. I had to get that out the way because at least she dating up the ladder. At least she going up the scale. You're going up the scale. Um, I am totally in agreement with her dating him. These R&B rap divas fucking with these NBA players. Sierra, Tamia was the first one. Tamia bagged Grant Hill way back in the day. You see what I'm saying? I love that. I love that. I love that. Sierra, yeah, Megan, yeah, I love that. That is beautiful. I love that. That is black magic. I love that, but I'm disappointed in the video, and I'll tell you why. Now you
Mm.
got time to do it as a remix, Megan. But you should have been his coach. You should have been the cheerleader. You should have been a referee. You should have been the opponent. You should have been his wingman. You should have been everything in that motherfucking arena going, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. That's what
Mm.
I say. Like she should have been everything, the cheerleader, like I said, the referee, the other opponent. She should have been everything and everyone in the video because he's the number one in her life. But I love their love. I love you need to come to these warrior games. Come on, sis. Come on, sis. Come on, sis. Come on, sis. I love to see you riding around big booty Bronco running around the lake one time. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. Yes, I love it. I'm in full support.
I'm gonna say, first of all, it's kind of hard to find somebody to date for real at these times. So if it feels real for Megan and she's riding along with it and it feels real to him, let them people live.
He putting light skinned niggas back on the block.
Please get out their
The light
business.
skin is popping again. Thanks, Megan.
Well, the fact that he doesn't call her my bitch, he calls her my lady.
Let me walk
That is an
in.
upgrade from what she's been dealing with before. And even with that baby, that was that Megan? No, that was Cash Doll, wrong person. Dealing with that baby daddy. I was gonna get them all mixed up, but yeah, let them live because it's hard. I'm still trying to find love like that too. Clock it. The hell.
Are you looking for love, nephew?
I'm still single, not ready to mingle anytime soon, to be honest.
He said
Okay.
single and not ready to mingle. And
Now
on
I ain't never heard that one. Not ready to mingle.
okay, look, and on that, we're gonna take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We still got a lot more to get into. When we come back, we'll be diving into a few more trending stories and maybe unpacking some lighter topics to balance everything out. So go grab a snack, refill your drink, stretch a little, and be right back right after these. And we are back. Hope everyone's feeling good after that short break because we're kicking things off with something brand new that I'm really excited about. Starting today, we're introducing a segment here on the Bubble Chat called Black Girl Magique. This is
Mm.
our way of shining well-deserved spotlight on Black women out there who are building, creating, and thriving, especially those running their own small business. We'll be highlighting a different Black woman entrepreneur Whether she's launching a clothing line, running a beauty brand, designing art, or making a difference in her community. These are the stories we don't always see in the headline, but they deserve to be celebrated because Black women have always been innovators, trendsetters, and visionaries. And this segment is all about them and giving them their flowers where they can still smell them. So let's get into our very first Black Girl Magique Spotlight. Trust me, you're going to want to hear about this one.
All right, so
Ooh,
today I want to give a huge shout out to someone I personally know and admire, Amila Charles, who is the founder of Curly Crowns Hair Care. She's
oh,
actually a friend of mine and is currently attending my alma mater, San Francisco State University. Go Gators.
Come on, friend.
Amila started Curly Crowns when she was just 16 years old after seeing the impact that media and hair standards had on the Black community, both physically and mentally. She realized that a lot of the products being marketed as the golden ticket to beauty and acceptance were actually doing more harm than good. So she decided to flip the narrative, and that's what her brand, Curly Crowns Hair Care, is all about encouraging men and women to embrace the diverse states of their crowns. Whether that's coils, curls, kinks, or waves, it's all about self love, representation, and redefining what beauty means on our terms. Shout out to Amila. I was in the BSU part time back at State, and let me tell you something. She is definitely on to bigger and better things. And speaking of BSU, I've got to mention I was honored with MVP on set at last year's Black Hollywood Sneaker Ball back in February. So, yeah, say let me see. Let me show you real quick. Let me see if I can try to. I don't know if you can really see. Oh, what the shit? Hold on. I don't know if you can really see it, but
Lay your left titty in your t-shirt in the
yeah,
camera.
but it's
The wall. I see it. I see it. I see.
uh, you can't really see it very well, but it's but it's framed in red. When you
Oh,
order with me, everything.
oh, is that you and Siri?
no, that was my phone. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's you.
That
That's
was me.
excellent.
But
Okay.
I was surprisingly awarded that at award.
Okay,
His
big
name.
award.
So
Congratulations.
thank you.
Come through
So it's
award.
safe to like say, um, we've both been out here making memories and moves. So to Mila, keep doing your thing, girl. Keep inspiring and keep making waves with curly crowns, because that right
Hey.
there is what Black Girl Magic is all about. What are your thoughts of how hair, represents all of us, really? I'll start with Adonis.
I like during the whole segment when I was reading and when you were doing your commentary about her and her product, I was thinking about Kenya Moore, not her hair care, but her hair itself. I was thinking about that NBA lady that is the Robin. Robin, she had cancer. Remember, she went through the journey of
Mm-hmm.
hair being gone and it's going back. If you
Mm-hmm.
think about Carol's daughter and
Mm-hmm.
Ellis Ross. I think she has a hair product, and
Mm-hmm.
Henson. Um, and not to forget, oh Lord, the historical lady in hair.
See, the one that made the
Madam CJ Walker.
Madam
Boom.
Sexy Walker.
Right, all right. So it makes me just um it just makes me recognize how undeniable and beautiful
Mm-hmm.
our black hair is, how talented, patient, and gracious we are, the way we hold our crowns together. I mean, now I'm thinking about like Beyonce, and I'm thinking about that girl Doja Cat when she shaved her head, and I'm thinking about let me kick Beyonce off the boat and put Solange in the captain when she said, "Don't touch my hair." Who was that? India Ari. She made that song. I am not my hair. Right? You see what I'm saying? Even you, Canary bitch, you be coming through slave to the side, done all the time, on point, never slipping. So I give it up to the girls.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I give it up to all the
Definitely. Kudos to my black women that's doing their thing with their hair. We can do so many things with hair.
and
We
I
can clip
do
it on, we can
too.
perm it, we can curl it, we
Yes.
can cut it. It doesn't matter. And we all look different and unique when we come through with that hairstyle. And when a woman gets their hair done, even when a black man gets their hair done, whoever gets their hair done, we ain't gonna even put no color. But we talk about black people. But when our people get their hair done, we show up and show out because we want you to see the creativity of us. We want you to see how we are all different. But we might be like, oh, who did your hair? You know, like some are inspired and some copy and some got their own lane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beautiful that our people started creating hairlines first, as we did so many other inventions first that they don't like to give flowers for. Thank you for saying that my hair be slaying. I'll be trying.
Did we invent the Kiniki line?
Huh?
Did we invent the Kiniki line hair? The braiding hair. Did we invent
I know what you're talking about.
We just raiding
Kika line.
Zebra's ass.
It's black people on there. I don't know if we did that.
Kiniki line.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't think we did because that hair get all over the damn floor and it's hard to get it up. I'm on a podcast. What's going on?
It's so much. It's so much. But yes, one time, all the time, and every time,
what?
Black girl magic is always gonna be recognized here. Black girl magic, as I should say.
Yes.
But mute. Look at that. All right, y'all. Now that's going to wrap up for today's episode of The Bubble Chat. We have had a lot to unpack, from pop culture to current headlines to shining a well-deserved spotlight on the Black experience with our Black Girl Magique segment. As always, thank you for tuning in, hanging out with us, and sharing your time with us, especially our co-host, Canary, tonight. If you're listening on your morning commute, chilling out at home, or catching up later, we really appreciate every single one of you for being a part of the Bubble family. Make sure to follow us on all social platforms so you never miss an update. And if you like what you heard, please tell a friend, because the more voices in the bubble, the better the chat gets. So until next time, stay kind, stay safe, and keep that energy positive. I am Adonis, and this has been The Bubble Chat. See you on the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Canary. Bye, guys.